Good morning, it's Sheila Maria and welcome to the energy forecast for the 1st of September through to the 8th of September. So I have some messages from Spirit that they would like me to pass on. Once I've done that, I'm going to be sharing some crystals which have come through to support you. And then we will finish with a very short channeling from Orion. Okay, so the energy for the 1st to the 8th of September is all about sensitivity. You are likely to find your emotions are sensitive. You may feel as though other people are not recognizing what it costs you to give in the way that you do. From a physical point of view, there are bound to be lots of allergies, lots of peaks in any issues with your digestive system, any kind of allergies to toxic people. All of these things are coming up in the next week, and this is because we really are in the transition period between the ending and the new beginning. And for some of us, we already know what those new steps have got to be, and some of you are still trying to cope with energies that are much lower or much chaotic than yours. And so allergies, IBS, indigestion issues, colds, all of those things, aside from COVID, they're all signs that you're in situations which are toxic for you. Breathing issues, feeling as though you're short of breath, headaches, excess wind, stomachache, any of these things are really a sign that in some way you are under strain, and your body is showing you, and your emotions will be showing you, that the longer that you expose yourself to that situation, the more prevalent the cost will be. So then we are moving into our new beginning. So if you are already in the middle of this, or if you feel that this is something that you have already moved through, it's really about recognizing when you have had enough or done enough. Recognizing when you've had enough is when you're trying to carry on as if everything's okay, but you're struggling now. Maybe you're feeling emotional, maybe you're feeling resentful, maybe you're feeling as though your opinion or your voice is not being heard, or maybe it's just the fatigue that you're experiencing as a result of being around people whose energy is vastly different from yours. Now, I want to take a moment to talk about this. When you are very fatigued and you're eating an okay diet and you're moving around, unless you've got a health issue such as chronic fatigue, this is a sign that your energy system is getting absolutely wrung out, with the life force being squeezed out of you. Life force energy is given to us every night for about 3 minutes through our solar plexus. And what happens when you have got situations around you that you're not meant to be in, you get extreme fatigue. So you can get muscle aches, you can feel as though your glands are hurting all the time, you can feel as though you just don't want to get out of bed, and you can just feel as though you're lagging behind where previously you would have been able to cope quite well. This is a sign that you have got what we call unnecessary soul contracts. When a soulmate contract or a soul contract comes to an end, if we stay in that situation longer than we ever plan to, all of our manifesting capability gets siphoned away into that agreement which is no longer valid, and that's where we get very fatigued. It also means that you are unable to manifest those new beginnings that you are supposed to manifest for yourself because you're in this new period. So the next week is all about recognizing when you've done enough and had enough, even if you wish it wasn't the case. Recognizing when you've given enough, put up with enough, said enough, eaten enough, drunk enough, kept quiet long enough, tried to help long enough. It's time to recognize that now is the time to put boundaries in so that everybody knows where they stand long term, ready for the new beginning. So we've got new projects coming in, new soulmates. You may not be able to see what comes next. You logically may feel as though, well, it's all very well saying that, but this is the only job I've got. It's all very well saying that, but I have to stay here because it's the only house I have, and it's his or her house. But you may not see what comes next. Your attitude right now is what's going to determine whether it is a breakthrough and wonderful new beginning or a breakdown. So attitude is everything. When we say attitude is everything, we know that that's not always easy, especially if you've got a lot going on. But very much with your attitude, we're not talking about you goal setting. We're not talking about you putting yourself out there in a way which is too much for you. It's just a decision where you say, I'm going to do this, whatever this is. This might be life. This might be your career. This might be your business. But it's an attitude that is positive and motivated and aligned with making progress. So we've now got some cards to support your growth, and we have got just 2 crystal cards. Now, whether you just tap into the energies of these crystals or whether you do actually get yourself one of these little crystals is up to you. So these are suggestions. So we have the emerald, and this is about love is meant to flow through you, cleansing your energy field so that you can feel your soul's worth. This is about giving and receiving love in equals amount. The emerald is about the ability to receive as well as the ability to give. So that is one crystal that we would highly recommend. And the second one, Sodalite. And these crystals do actually have beings within them. This is about conscious and awareness, an awakened state, self-confidence. A state of conscious awareness is the key to clearly communicating your intentions to the universe. This is about making choices with a clear intention defined. So Sodalite is here to help you find clarity now. It's here to help you get clear on your very next step. So you've got Sodalite and emerald that are coming through as being supportive for the energy that we're moving into. So finally, I am going to tune into Orion, and we are going to be doing a message today on how to receive more into your life. So as a trance channel, I will be unaware of what is said. So I'm going to tune into Orion, and we hope that this is of benefit to you. I am Orion. Good day. Good to be with you all. You are very much on the cutting edge of your divine path. You are very much at the doorway of a new beginning for you, for all of you. First, you must step away from what is old and worn out. Secondly, you must take some time in the week ahead to energize yourself and energize your intentions for what comes next. And thirdly, you must take action when it is clear that it is time. It is that simple. I would ask you to recognize this week where you are doing more than there is need, where you are giving what is not yours to give, because the energy that you receive from your higher self is meant for your expansion. It is not meant for your depletion. And many of you are mistaking your role as light worker as being one who is there to rescue and sacrifice instead of catalyze and guide. And so, after you have prevented yourself from doing what is easy to do, but then you can feel depleted and tired, you are asked to understand that anything you wish to create within the third dimension, within the fourth and the fifth dimension, is to be surrounded by an aura of love first. Everything living, everything that you consider to be inanimate does in fact have an aura. Sometimes those auras are very visible and you can feel them, you can see them, and sometimes those auras are very close to the physical surface of the object, or what you consider the physical surface to be. But if you are wanting any kind of formation to manifest within your tangible world, you must energize the aura of what it is you would like to see, of what it is that you would like to have. Let us use an example of a car. Let us say that this is the object that you would like to have. And so that collection of atoms is already coming together in the expanded area of self. And as those atoms are coming together, an aura is formed on the exterior, rather like an exoskeleton. And on the interior, this is where the atoms, the electrons, and the protons begin to take on a higher and higher level of light as the aura of said car starts to join the aura of the being that is desiring of the car. And so as the aura of the car starts to come down through the dimensions, from the seventh dimension into the sixth, into the fifth, into the fourth, and then it starts to take physical form, what will occur is that as the aura of the car enters into the front of your aura, your physical energy field, there will be signposts for you to follow that will lead you to getting the car. As those two collections of atoms connect, there will be action for you to take. And if you do not take this action, it is like having a balloon, but you let it go. You keep letting it go. The aura of the car will just lift itself out again. And so we will use the analogy of a house. If you are wanting to manifest a house, the house starts to take shape within the arena of the higher self. The aura is simply the edge of the energy that has been brought together for the purpose of creating the house. And in the center of this energy field, all of the atoms are taking on varying frequencies of density and light, so that the aura naturally of the house or the home starts to descend into the beloved's physical field. And as the aura starts to come in through the crown and the third eye and down to the higher heart, there will be urges to start taking action to secure loans, investment, to peruse houses on the market in the location that you would like to live. Perhaps at this point you would be inclined to put your own house up for sale, or to seek out those who might collaborate with you. And as the aura of the house carries on being grounded slowly, day by day, hour by hour, into the physical realm, the actions become more frequent. Very often there are weeks within the period between actions, and then there are days, and then there are hours, and then you know the house you want and you know how it will be. But we will say to you, please understand that the example that many of you are given, that to attract something to you, it must come from outside, is false, because the only experience that one can ever have is of oneself, and everything outside of you is an extension of you. This is why happy people encounter happy people. This is why stressed people encounter and create more stress. This is why negative people have many, many problems. Everything is an extension of you. If you are wanting to manifest a new job, again, your higher self is in agreement with this. That is why you have the desire. And as the desire is given more credence, as the desire is given more focus, as the desire becomes more fueled by your will, the aura is formed up in the 7th dimension, and the atoms start to be compressed together through the 6th dimension, and then the drawing into density begins. And as the aura of the job that you are wanting to manifest begins to come into your physical field, you will start to get the urges to look for, apply for, make yourself available for said job. So nothing that you wish to receive ever comes from outside of you. And you must not place the emphasis on the outside world providing for you what you are creating through you. It is done through the connection and the awareness of the higher self being brought into a dense environment, but with an awareness that you are already in receipt of whatever it is that you wish to take physical form. And so we will say to you, understand that it is not just a mental and emotional journey. It is a scientific and an energetic journey. It is more than a concept of attraction. It is a building. And the building that you are doing is with the raw atoms of self in the higher realms that are simply compressed together through your awareness and your knowing that this outcome is meant for you. And then the descent, such as it is, becomes into your aura. And this is when the actions bring you the manifest form of what is already with you. And so in order for you to receive anything, anyone, any outcome, you must understand it is not just about faking it till you make it. It is understanding a part of you isn't just saying, yes, you can have that job. Yes, you can have that car. Yes, you can have that relationship. You are driving around in that car in heaven. You are doing that job in heaven. You are living in that house in heaven. You are in that relationship in heaven. You are already doing it. And when this part of you gains as much enjoyment as that part of you doing whatever it is you would like to do here, as above comes into the below. It is, my dears, as simple as that. I am Orion, and good day to you all for now. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sending you lots of love. If you've enjoyed this, it would make so much difference to me if you would hit the subscribe and the like button and give it a thumbs up. The algorithms on YouTube don't pick up small businesses like mine, but it would make so much difference in getting this video to the people who need it. Okay, lots of love. Goodbye from me. Bye from him. Bye for now.